So this is the second part of the support mount video. For this drawing, I'm using the C-size sheet of paper, and if you paid any attention to the dimensions, this part is a fairly large part, so you are going to have to change the scale. When I started this with the C-size, the scale factor came in at about a quarter of an inch, so it has already scaled down, and you should not have to change any proportions. So from here we're going to go ahead and, just like in the other drawings, we're going to first start by laying out center lines. So I'm going to go ahead and place my center lines for that slot. I might as well go ahead and pick the larger diameter right here, and then go ahead and fill in the rest of my so we've got center line here and the center line here. Now, typically when you're working with a part that is symmetrical, there is one center line that extends down through the middle. That's one way of telling that you do have a symmetrical part. So that's what the center line is given, signifying right there in the middle. So now I'm going to start placing the rest of the dimensions. So we're going to use the radius dimension to locate the radius dimension for each one of those arcs. Then you can go ahead and put your diameter down here. Remember that when we do this, we are using the ANSI method of giving the quantity, so it's 2 times, and then unhide your dimension value, and that will give the correct dimension. I also need to put the radius for this arc. You could put it over here since you have enough room. Remember, we're trying to keep our leaders between 30 and 60 degrees. We do not want to have anything less than that. So the recommended angle is between 30 and 60. Most people can eyeball a 45 degree angle without any problem, and looks like I need to go back and fix that dimension on that part. So I need to go back in and take a look at that. Something's not right. So let me put on some more of these dimensions, and I will go back. So, as you see, I sometimes do make mistakes, but the best way to find these mistakes are when you're placing the dimensions. I mean, it's definitely like a self-check, so you should not have any dimensions that are listed wrong. If something is wrong, you have to go back and you have to make those changes. So it looks like I probably maybe clicked on something or did not space those out. I know I used the same center, so maybe I need to check that dimension, and I see where it is. It's this right here. So there's not a flat in there. So I need to go back and fix my sketch. I might as well go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to go ahead and open up that drawing, which is the support mount. So I hope I didn't mess you up too bad on that when I gave you that. I sure did. I just chopped it right out of that rectangle. It's all good. We can fix this. So this dimension right here should be the radius, which is 0.75. Or, I'm sorry, no, 7.5. And this dimension down here at the bottom, will that be that same dimension? 7.5. And that messes up some things. So I'm going to undo that. Put that as 0. That takes that over, and then let's see here. I'm going to link this back to the origin. I don't know what that little line is right there, so I'm just going to delete that. We'll just go ahead and put the auto dimension on there. apply that. Okay, so it's fully constrained at this point. There we go. So that's fixed, and there we go. Changes that. Do have a little dimension here that needs to be fixed, so I'll go back and fix that radius now. Alright, so looking at my dimensions here, so I've got the 9, so that now has updated. Oops, just moving that value. There we go. So I've got the 9, the 3, the 2. So just kind of go through, self-check, and now I need to put the dimensions over on the right side view. So the preferred place to put that dimension is down below the part, not up inside of that like the book shows. You could give 2 dimensions here, so if I were to give this dimension, I would not give the overall dimension. So the other dimension would be to give the overall dimension where we're not completing the chain. So that would be the better way of dimensioning that part. So that's it for this drawing. Sorry about the little mess up there. Hopefully that didn't throw you off too bad when you were doing that. Maybe you had a better eye than I did as I was laying that out. So you should be able to see that the whole beauty of Inventor is to be able to go through and make those changes pretty easily, and that's why we use 3D modeling for that exact reason. Let me know if you have any questions.